National Park Service scientist kneels down in a stream. He handles rocks in his hand while another scientist stands on a Cerber sampler net. Graphic fades in. NPS Arrowhead, stream succession in Glacier Bay, collecting benthic macroinvertebrate samples, in parentheses, aquatic insects.
So we're at Wolf Point Creek today, taking benthic macroinvertebrate samples.
A text box appears. Stream succession in Glacier Bay. Dr. Sandy Milner, in parentheses, 40-year study, studying benthic macroinvertebrates, in parentheses, aquatic insects.
For a long-term stream succession study that Dr. Sandy Milner has been doing for almost 40 years.
Video clip of scientists walking downstream. A large snow-capped mountain is in the distance. Tall alders and other green vegetation flank either side of this stream. Text on screen, Wolf Point Creek, Glacier Bay National Park.
Sandy unfortunately couldn't come up this year to do his study because of the pandemic. So we're out here trying to help him with his work and continue this long-term data set that is basically trying to understand how streams change. In the last 100 years, this stream was under a glacier. And so the study of stream succession is trying to understand how streams age from that initial point where the glacier melts back.
Videos show a view of Glacier Bay's east arm. The video zooms in on a distant glacier, hiding behind a mountain ridge. In the wide-angle view, large mountains surround a wide-open bay of green water.
To streams lower in Glacier Bay that are maybe hundreds of years old.
A video clip shows a hiker walking on trail beside a large brown river. Large spruce trees line the edges of this river.
What I'm trying to do is wipe off any aquatic insects like midges or chironomids, stoneflies that would be on these rocks scraping algae. We're using what's called a Cerber sampler today to collect benthic macroinvertebrates off the rocks. And it's essentially a net that sits down on the bottom.
A close-up shows the Cerber sampler in action. This net is a square box laid upon rocks with a square net at a 90-degree angle extending out of the back, ending in a small cup to collect samples.
And what I'm doing is pulling the rocks from the trap here and brushing all the insects off the rocks where they hang out eating algae and making their living.
The scientist works with the Cerber sampler net.
The insects get washed off the rocks and into the end of the net. And it's a representative sample of insects in the stream. One of the insects that we're trying to collect, and it looks like it's probably a stonefly.
The scientist points at a small black speck on the net.
We've got to wash it down into the caught end of the net, and it will be part of our sample for today.
The scientist squirts a liquid through a filter to gather samples into a bag. Another clip shows a close-up of the scientist scraping rocks to push insects into the net. Scene fades to black. NPS Arrowhead, Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. Special thanks, Craig Murdoch, Katie Dighton, NPS Video, s.Tevebaugh.